y'all, it's Jen. Welcome to another wonderful Wednesday. I'm back from my summer holiday and I am here with a cute little project for football season. Here in Alabama, football is huge, a big rivalry between Alabama and Auburn. And I thought I would send some of my coworkers this little Curvy Keepsake box that I turned into a football. And inside it has a little treat made by me. I call it crackers because it's made with crackers and candy and stuff. So let's get started. To save time, I have, let me go the other way. Okay, to save time, I have already cut out and adhered my Curvy Keepsake box. So you guys know how to cut it out with a Big Shot and then glue the two pieces together. And I've already kind of manipulated the paper to form the football. So what you're going to do is once you've manipulated it, when you cut it and you glue it together, it's going to be flat. So you're going to need to bend it up and then kind of use your bone folder to not score it, but to kind of just manipulate the fibers to turn it so that it's rounded a little bit. Okay, so see, you'll kind of make it a more rounded shape instead of this flat shape that it has here. So do that to all four corners and you'll have what almost looks like a flower, huh? Okay, and then what I did was I just stuck it together just to make sure that it looked okay and there wasn't anything wrong with it, and then picked out the best of the two sides. This one looks the best. Okay, so that's the side I'm going to work with, and what you're going to need is a piece of Whisper White, and it can be a scrap, it doesn't matter. But it needs to be big enough for a 1.5 and then a 2-inch circle punch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 1.5-inch punch and just slide it up in there. This is the old whale one. Your 1.5-inch circle punch. And then you're going to take a 2-inch circle punch and you're going to line it up. So, I did it wrong. Let's try it again. 1.5-inch circle punch. Let's make it a little lower. Okay, and then take your 2-inch circle punch and line it up so that it's kind of all the way around so that the 1.5-inch circle is right in the middle, because that's going to be your side pieces. That's going to be these pieces right here. Okay, we're building these right here. So now you're left with this circle. Just snip it in half. Take your paper snips and cut it in half. So now you've got two separate pieces. On these two pieces, you're going to invert them so they're this way. And then I just took Tombow. Now I got to undo this crazy thing. Maybe. Okay. I took Tombow, and this is the piece that I thought looked the best. So I took Tombow and just glued down my pieces here. Come here, you. Okay. So just add a little bit of Tombow to mostly to the mid, because you're going to cut off the ends. And just kind of line it up somewhere in the center, something like that. And then the same thing on this side. And I saw this idea on Pinterest. It was so cute. I think it was an Ohio State football that they created. We have so many different fans. We have Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee. It would be a nightmare for me to try to personalize them. So I'm just going to make them all generic, and they can pick whatever kind of candy they want. Because I've got white chocolate and milk chocolate and caramel and stuff like that. But it would be an absolute nightmare to try to personalize everybody's favorite team. Okay, so set that aside, let it dry, because we'll snip it off when it's through. Next, you're going to need just a scrap of Whisper White. It doesn't matter the size. And you're going to trim down, and I just eyeballed it. Heck, I don't even know. Let's see if I can get a measurement here. It looks like it's 1/8 of an inch by 1 inch. Okay, so trim off 1/8 of an inch section long. And that way it'll be easier for you to trim your inch pieces. Okay, so trim off your 1/8 of an inch. Can you see what I'm doing? Nope, of course you can't. That would be too easy. All right, there we go. Trim off your 1/8 of an inch strip by however long you want it to be. And then you can either cut it down on your trimmer if you want to be precise at 1 inch, or just cut it by hand. It's not a science. But make sure that this piece here is longer than these pieces. So this is 1 inch, make these 3/4. Or if you make this 1.5 inches, make these 1 inch or 1 1/4 inches, something like that. So I've made mine 1 inch. I'll go 3/4 on the small pieces, and you're going to need 3 pieces of the little ones. And I'm just going to cut those by hand because they're not going to cut in here. So, I don't know, 3/4. And then what I do, just measure so that they're all the same length. Cut it like that. Just easier for me to keep them all the same length. Just line them up. And then cut them together like that. And then you've got your 3 small pieces and your 1 big piece. Okay, and then what we're going to do is you want to glue the 3 small pieces down first. So I've got the 3 small pieces. You can't see that at all. Let me get a dark piece of cardstock so you can see. Okay. So you've got your 3 small pieces and your 1 bigger piece. Okay, and it doesn't look a whole lot different, but take your 3 small pieces and you're going to glue them to the front. And the best thing that I've found is just start one in the middle and then the other 2 go on the other side. And you can personalize this to whatever team you want. The little one I saw on Pinterest, it was really cute. I'll show you when I close it up. She had OU letters cut out. And I thought that would be a really good thing to use the, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it on the top of the screen. The big letter cutouts that go with, like, what's it called? This one. The big letter cutouts that go with number of years, you know, the numbers, or you could, if you have a kid in school, you could cut these out with their number on it, like 23 or 68 or whatever their jersey number is, and stick it to the top of that. And I thought that would be cute. Again, I am making 100 and some of these, so I am just going to make it simple. Okay, so now you've got your 3 there. Go ahead and do your 1 here. Ooh, that's not going to be long enough. Let me cut another piece. That's clearly not going to be long enough. Here's my strip. Okay, let's cut that right there. Let me make that a little straighter. Okay. All right. And now we'll slap that down there. That's cute. Okay. Okay, now we can flip this over. These are dry now. Just come behind with your snips and trim this off. I love football. I'm so not a girl. I love actually any sport. My husband gets so mad at me because, I guess he doesn't get mad at me, but I'm the sports watcher of the 2 of us. So when I come home from work, he's always changing the channel to make it some type of sport. See? So now you got your little football. And I'm going to go ahead and assemble just the one side because I'm going to fill my box with the treat here in just a second. And then what you could do is, like I was saying with the number of years, if you cut out the 24, you could sit it right here on the top, glue them to the lid here, and then they would just be able to slide right off over top of the numbers. And that would be really sweet. As long as you didn't pass either side here, then this would still be able to slip off very nicely. Okay, I am using, let me fill my treat. I'm using the 4x6 cellophane bags, and I am just filling it with some treats. You can fill it with whatever you want. M&M's or candy, a football memorabilia thing, whatever you want. And then I am using, because I have a ton of it, the Sweet Sugar Plum ribbon. You can use any ribbon you want. I'm just closing the bag with it. You could staple it with the mini stapler. I don't trust boys in staples, so that's why I'm using ribbon. Because boys cannot be trusted. They would be tetanus shots abounding. Okay, and then just cut off your ribbon. They're going to be so tickled to have purple ribbon. It's kind of a joke. Alright, and then just fold it over and slide it in here like this. And then close up your other side. There you have a sweet little football for football season. Hope everybody will try this out for your football fan in your world. And from me and my house, we say War Eagle. Bye.